What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another one of my music video reactions. We're taking about a 2-week late look at the new song, or I should say the debut, I guess you could say, of a girls' generation subunit called OGG. Or maybe you gotta say O with a little bit more excitement or something like that, but I'm incapable of showing that excitement. It's just, you know, the being expressive like that's just not my thing. But anyway, it's OGG. The song's titled Lil Touch. So that's what I got. I don't have anything else to really say to lead up to this. It's, you know, late. I'm sorry, I guess, but you know, it is what it is these days. So we're gonna do what I do. In all of my videos, I'm gonna listen to this song and give you guys my honest thoughts on it. So, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, then subscribe to the channel because there's plenty more where this comes from. And of course, more, you know, just coverage and discussion of Korean music as well. So with all that being said, let's get this song started, see what it's all about. Something about that the vocal flow in this is very captivating. And then that change, okay. Man, we're like, what, 30 seconds into the song or so, and I'm already all about this bit so far. Don't ruin it. Please, do not ruin it. I don't think they will, but anything's possible. Well, this is different. This is different. We'll say that. How about that? Is that an accurate statement to say that this is different? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If this is like, you know, because I'm thinking so far, you know, about halfway through, I guess at this point, this song's kind of, you know, a little bit of a different, or actually not a little bit, but a very different, you know, vibe from most other just girls' generation songs in general. Or should I say maybe promo tracks. I don't know, this is so different though. We'll explain why I think so after the fact. God, I like this though. This is like, it's not, this is probably, I would say probably like and I'm kind of grouping this in with like girls' generation music songs in general, but this is like the least extravagant sounding song that they've ever released. Like without it, in my mind at least, without a doubt. Again, maybe I'm wrong, let me know, but you know, everything has been this, you know, crazy, you know, pop song production and stuff like that. I like it, dude. Super, you know, again, for a K, well, again, we'll talk all about this after the fact. Like, give me a little touch. I wish I'd listened to this 2 weeks ago, to be honest. I wish I'd listened to this 2 weeks ago. I really do, but hopefully, you know, everyone who's interested in, you know, whatever can get to see this video, see my reaction, I guess, and hear my thoughts, because this song's giving me a couple things to think about, I guess you can say. You know, and again, like I think that for this, you know, video and where I'm kind of basing a lot of my thoughts on this song is really kind of coming to comparing this release with just Girls' Generation releases just as a whole, you know, with like the entire group, you know, not a subunit or anything like that, because, you know, I mean, I guess it's really, I don't know. I guess that's the reason why subunits exist, right? Is because they give a different flavor and a different vibe and a different sound and image from what the main group is. So that's kind of like the noteworthy and the most obvious kind of point to discuss what the differences are, I guess, or what's the same or whatever. But for me, this is like a really, really big, to a certain extent, I guess you can say, or in a good number of ways, a really, really big sort of departure from what the main group is all about. Because I mean, I think just have to admit, I think people would be kind of hard, it would be difficult for people to argue against the fact that Girls' Generation, along with, you know, all of the other boy groups and girl groups that are really popular from, you know, that time up to like even now, their songs are all about, or a really big aspect of those pop songs is being very, 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 you know, just K-pop in general, I guess, everything about it, from the sound of the music to the visual elements, you know, the choreography or the design of the music videos and all of this stuff. It's all about being extravagant and trying to pack in as much content and as much stuff as you can into, you know, one shot in a music video or into the verse of a song or all of that stuff, you know, whether it's, you know, different instruments, just cram them all in there so that they, you know, and to the point that it still sounds good, it doesn't sound bad, you know, to try to just shove every little single object that you can into a music video scene just to make it a little bit interesting and seem like it's just this big production. And that's, to a certain extent, like, I think that's what, you know, Girls' Generation in general has kind of been about, especially, you know, kind of comparing it to this song, which I think the instrument track is like maybe what, 3 or 4 instruments. You know, there definitely is a little bit of bass in there and stuff that's super, super basic. I think that this song rides more on the sort of the arrangement and all that stuff of the vocals versus, you know, the main, you know, songs from Girls' Generation or just any K-pop group in general being, you know, riding off the back of the music as opposed to the vocals. You know, there's that big difference. It's something that is, you know, definitely, you know, different. I really like music like this. Like, on one hand, I really, really like the super extravagant, upbeat, you know, dance tracks that you hear all the time that, you know, the music and the vocals are competing, you know, if they're balanced, you know, volume-wise, you know, they're both at the same level. And it's sometimes a little bit hard to kind of distinguish. In rare cases, I should say, it's kind of hard to distinguish because the music and the vocal track, they're kind of fighting for attention, and either you're gonna be hooked on the music track because that's the thing that stands out to you, or it's the vocal track because that's the thing that stands out to you. But in this song, the music track is definitely at a, you know, is the focal point of this song. It is the thing in this song. The music track behind it just gives you a little bit of feel and a little bit of flow to the song to kind of get into. You know, you kind of illustrate it in this song as you listen to or watch the music video with the choreography that goes with the, you know, chorus, I guess. You know, that kind of thing is an illustration of a little bit of how the music track, I guess, you're likely and you're supposed to feel the music track as you just get swept up in the flow of this song from start to finish. And like I said, I mean, from the very, very beginning, I was just absolutely caught by the vocals, you know, and not necessarily because, you know, vocal quality as far as, you know, singing ability and stuff like that is something that really stood out to me, but it really just is down to the fact that the flow of the vocals is really, really awesome. It's very, very, you know, different. You know, as opposed to, again, comparing it to other releases, you know, from any sort of K-pop group, you know, the you know, vocals in major releases is kind of just, you know, sort of, you know, go through your lines, make sure that they kind of line up and stuff with the music track so that it all fits really nicely together and they kind of join together well. But this one is absolutely 100%. The vocal track is the thing, and then the music track just kind of accentuates the vocal track in this song. So that's what I gotta say. That's like the main thing about this song that I really, really love. Like, this is a really, really, really super, super fun song. You know, visually, and I guess the sound of the visual aspect of this subunit and the audio aspect of this subunit is something that I think is pretty darn different from what Girls' Generation does in general. and I really, really like it. I really, really do. So, you know, I think that's kind of significant. You know, for me personally, like there hasn't really been, in the time that I've been seriously following K-pop, there has not really been a Girls' Generation song that they've released that I've been immediately like, that I've immediately fallen in love with. You know, Taeyeon as a soloist, completely different. You know, any sort of subunit from Girls' Generation or even the full group hasn't really struck me in anywhere near the way that this song has. So that's pretty, you know, significant too, I think. I mean, at least for me personally. You know, whether you think the same way or not, of course, you know, I think that's fair for you to kind of disagree or, you know, say that I'm being self-centered or something like that. You know, I think that's fair. So that's what I got to say. I want to know what you guys think about the song. Let me know in the comments below whether you love the song, whether you hate the song, whether you have your thoughts are somewhere in between on it. I want to know. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts in the comments below, because this community that we're trying to build here is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions. If you want to join the community, click the subscribe button down